This is my game collection. And today I want to tell you guys why you should game collect. I personally game collect because I personally just love all video games. I've always loved them kind of my entire life. I've been collecting for roughly like 3 years seriously, but just before that I was just getting games and I was liking them and just having a just great time with them. And then I started to learn about more serious games, like story games, like The Last of Us, stuff like that, Doom. And then I kind of noticed that I just love a lot of the different kinds of them. I love 2D platformers, I love 3D platformers, I love shooters, I love racing games. There's just all different kinds of stuff that I personally like. That is why I game collect, and I also just love seeing the history behind video games, what came from the Game Boy and is now an Xbox. I just love that kind of history that is just within games, and that is why I personally do it. But then there's other reasons why I recommend doing it, and that is that there is no true end. You could collect all the Xbox games, you should collect all the PlayStation games, you could collect all the Wolfenstein games. There's just really anything that you could do within this. There's no end to it. You could collect all the portables, and that is what I think makes it really enjoyable and why I really do like it. I don't think I'll ever be done game collecting. I think I will be game collecting my entire life just because it's that relaxing of a hobby. Because with game collecting, you can experience these video games that people put their heart and soul into. Because video games are truly an art. No matter what that old guy down the street tells you that they're rotting your brains, they're truly a form of art. Someone is representing what they personally think or just how they view different artistic beliefs. Like, it can be something simple. It could be like, let's say, Red Dead Redemption. A story about a cowboy in the Wild West back in the day. Or it could be as deep as a game like, let's say, Wolfenstein, because I've been talking about it quite a lot lately. Wolfenstein is one of those series that truly does show that video games are a work of art. This is what someone thought would happen if the Nazis took over, and then they decided to add some sci-fi elements to that. That is truly a work of art. They put their passion within this, and that's what shows it. Or, like I said, it can be super simple. It could be a Mario game. This is just a simple platformer where someone just came around a table and was just like, hey, let's just make a simple game for kids. Like, some really artistic thing. Let's put some dinosaurs there. Let's make a big turtle the bad guy. It's just an art that you just really, truly cannot be described. Because there's tons of different ways people think and how they express themselves. And that is what you are viewing by playing these games. And also, it's just enjoyable, man. Like, playing a video game with your cousin, with your brother, with your uncle. It's just something that just cannot be matched by anything else. And that's what I really do like about it. Or if I just want to be by myself and play a game, I would just be by myself, play a game. Right now I'm on Star Wars Republic Heroes. It's just a really interesting hobby that I really do like. There's just so much to it, because then there's the consoles. The consoles are some of the most important things about having a video game, and it's this gateway between you playing this game and you just being alone in your room. And that's what I also love about the consoles, the different stylistic choices they have for them. If it's a PS3 and it's just this little round thing, or if it's as simple as a Game Boy where it's just a brick with a screen, that's something that I also really do love about just kind of video games when it comes to their devices. They're just these wee little things, or they could be as big as, let's say, a PS3, a PS4, a PS5. There's just a lot that goes into it. And with this addition to all of this when it comes to game collecting, there's also, you cannot forget about the controllers. The controllers are also something that I really do love about games. They are always unique when it comes to different consoles. It could be an Xbox controller, or it could be a Super Nintendo controller, and then someone else could come and make a Switch Super Nintendo controller. There's just a lot that comes into it that I really do like. And then there is actually getting the games. You could just go to GameStop and just be basic about it. Just buy a game and pull it off the shelf. And then you could maybe talk to that guy about, hey, what games do you like? Or, hey, what do you personally enjoy about video games? There's just so much connection that you can have within this. Going to flea markets, you can just meet people that are also game collecting and finding what you're trying to find. Or at these flea markets, you could find other stuff you didn't even know you had interest in. Like me personally, I've been recently collecting some Star Wars action figures. I didn't know I'd be interested in that kind of thing, but game collecting has made me go out and do different things, and that is what I really do love. It's one of those gateway things when it comes to going to flea markets that I really do absolutely love. And then there's just doing it with family. Like, I already said that about playing the games, but then there's getting the games with family. If you're going to a flea market, an antique place, a GameStop, there's just so much you can do with it. Don't be boring and buy from Amazon. That's just, you're not going to enjoy game collecting. And then there's the last thing. Truly enjoy it. Don't game collect just because I'm saying it. If you seem like the kind of person that would absolutely just have a blast doing this and go the full 9 yards, do it. If you're the kind of person that is going to pick this up, do it a little bit, and then stop, I don't recommend it because it can be pretty expensive for stuff that's just going to be on the shelf unless you think you're going to just look at this shelf and smile every time you look at it. That's my passion around game collecting. I will look at this shelf every single day for the rest of my life, where I'll look at some shelf like this, and I'll look at it and think to myself, man, I remember when I went to that flea market and I picked up this game. I'll remember when I went to that GameStop and picked up this game. I remember back in the day when I played with my brother and beat this game. There's just so much that goes into game collecting, which is why I personally think a lot more people should pick it up. That's my 2 cents. Go look online to see other people. And also, that dopamine rush. I mean, I was just describing it, but there's just so much fun when it comes to looking at your game collection. Please subscribe and please consider game collecting because it is a really fun hobby, but it'll take over your life very quickly if you don't do it right.